Of the day, every day from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. My name's Okumaringa Christine. Before we dive into any of the stories, let's first have a look at the news making headlines today. In the headlines tonight, Ugandans urged to embrace patriotic and Pan-Africanism principles in Moyo district. The Democratic Republic of Congo leadership rally Ugandan investors to construct fuel stations. And Israel formally declares war against Hamas. This and more in the NILE CAST News Bulletin. It's the 10th of October 2023. You're most welcome to the NILE Cast on West Nile Television. Now let us dive into some of the stories of the evening. Locals in Moyo have been urged to continue embracing the key principles of
The celebration brought in thousands of both locals and delegates from Kajokeji, Central Equatoria State of South Sudan, led by Honorable Mawa Moses, the Minister for Roads and Bridges, to grace the occasion. Honorable Dr. Moriko Joyce Kaduchu, the State Minister for Primary Education and the Woman Member of Parliament, Moyo District, who was the chief guest of the occasion, said Uganda has managed to enjoy peace and stability for a very long time because of putting in place guiding principles.
Uganda is our country. We own Uganda. We live without segregation. Whether you are a Catholic Church of Uganda, whatever religion you are, we are one country. We live without segregating in terms of tribes. If you see right now, all here, we are many different tribes, but we are all Ugandans. That is the principle of patriotic that is governing us. Number two, this government has laid a solid foundation because of the principle of Pan-Africanism. Our doors of the boundary is open. Much as we have a border between Uganda and South Sudan, our people move freely to South Sudan to trade. The South Sudanese come freely to Uganda to trade. Our people go to Kenya. Our food from Uganda, from Moyo, move freely because of the spirit of Pan-Africanism and the spirit of East African integration.
Honorable Tom Aza, the Member of Parliament for West Moyo County, lauded some of the few individuals in Madi sub-region for their great contribution for the development of Madi sub-region, saying they laid the foundation for the Madi people.
To all those who made it possible for Madi to reach the level it is now, both posthumously, they have now died, posthumously we are going to pay tribute to them, and also those who are still living. In the military field, General Moses Ali, Colonel Juma Oris Abdallah, General Emilio Mondo, Major Onzi, Major Marcelo Kenyi, Brigadier General Kodiri. These were the military men whom we can celebrate and who had played their role in trying to secure Madi sub-region.
Honorable Mawa Moses, the Minister for Roads and Bridges in South Sudan, who led the delegation from Kajokeji, praised the leadership of Moyo District for promoting cordial relationship with the government of Central Equatoria State, saying they have made things easy for the people of the two countries.
This coming to celebrate independence from both countries has not come from the blue, but it is because you have very good leaders at the level of the district here. You people of Moyo, I want to thank you so much for electing my good friend. Let us clap for him. You know, it is leaders that make things good and make things bad. And I also want to thank my brother here. The RDC is not here, this is his deputy. I want to thank all of them for maintaining that relationship between us and Moyo. They make life very easy for us.
Mr. Sekamwa Julian, the Deputy Resident District Commissioner Moyo, emphasized the need for unity and the protection of the African culture so as to drive away the forces of neocolonialism.
Without unity, there is nothing that you can do. We need to remain united. We are celebrating independence today. Independence came after the colonial flag was brought down. The only way our colonial masters managed to succeed in colonizing us was first of all dividing us. After dividing us, they managed to colonize us. So, if we do not remain united, the elements of neocolonialism are back on ground and they are very busy. We need to remain united. Let us guard our culture. If you do not remain united, if you do not foster on maintaining our culture, the elements of neocolonialism are back at it, our culture is falling apart, and then after succeeding in separating us and our culture, then of course they will recolonize us. So let us guard our culture jealously and then we shall be able to remain united.
Honorable Anyama Williams, the Chairman, Local Council 5 Moyo District, said there is need for Uganda to celebrate her 61st independence since the country has enjoyed peace and security for a very long time.
On the other side saying we don't have any single reason to celebrate. But as chairman of this district, but also as chairman of the chairman of West Nile, I can affirm to you and confirm we have a valid reason, Prime Minister, to celebrate 61 years of independence. Of course, amid these challenges, there are challenges even at the family level. There are challenges at every level of leadership. But that does not take away the joy and the responsibility to celebrate the achievements. I want to start with the aspect of peace and stability. Today in Uganda, we can talk about stability and peace across the country, notwithstanding a few pockets of thuggery and robbery. But we have peace and stability in this country. That is something to celebrate in 61 years.
Moyo District yesterday joined the rest of the country in commemorating the 61st independence at Chele Stadium in Moyo District under the theme Sustaining a United and Progressive Nation, Taking Charge of Our Future as a Free Nation. The national celebration took place in Kitgum, Northern Uganda. I'm Dominic Anthony Okumu for West Nile TV, NILE CAST.
Moving to Gulu City, religious leaders in Gulu City have called upon old boys and girls in various learning institutions in the country to remember and come back to their schools and inspire the young ones in the schools to be disciplined to enable them to desist from hooliganism. Stephen Okello reports.
Gulu Archdiocese Bishop John Baptist Odama, who is also the Chairman Board of Trustees of St. Joseph's College Layibi, shared light moment with the old boys of St. Joseph's College Layibi.
This is the engineer of God.
He called on all boys and girls from various traditional schools across the country who were well known for strikes to come back and inspire the young ones in such school to desist from the bad history.
Lakoba, which is now a very good name like that, I don't think it would be good for the students who are following them to darken their name by this kind of life, because they are to be gentle people.
Odama also advised Layibi College Old Boys Associations, Lakoba, to inculcate the spirit of respect and peaceful coexistence between students and teachers in school.
Let the students who are leaving, those who are leaving S4, those who are leaving S6, they could provide certificates of appreciation of their teachers, of the head teacher.
Patrick Odida, the chairman, Lakoba, says they are working hand in hand to ensure discipline and respect are maintained in the school at the moment.
Right now, the government has released a list of 62 traditional schools who are supposed to benefit from complete rehabilitation and renovation. Proud to tell that Naibi College is one of them. It is a donor funding, and we want to believe that if that goes on as scheduled, we will be able to revamp this college in terms of rehabilitation. That is in line with what the president has talked about.
Engineer Charles Odorniero says to create a better Uganda we all desire, all educated and professional adults should come back to their previous school and offer free career guidance to the current young generations in school.
There are a lot of ways through which we can inspire the children or the students who are still at school, which has been witnessed with activities that we always do here. One of which has been once in a year we come to school, interact with fellow OBs, we do many making, we discuss, and once in a while we also talk to these students. We give them career talks in which they admire what we do outside there. And many times they also come to us and approach us and ask how best they can also be like us.
As St. Joseph's College Layiwi wait for the mega renovation programs which will be conducted by the government, Lakoba is set to construct a gate worth 180 million to their schools. Stephen Okello for West Nile Television, NILE CAST.
And more in our stories, leaders in the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo are calling upon Ugandan investors to establish fuel stations in the Democratic Republic of Congo to curtail the amount of revenue lost during the transit and round-tripping of fuel. Frederick Jamadri has more.
Leaders in the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo are calling upon Ugandan investors to establish fuel stations in the country to curtail the amount of revenue lost during transit and round-tripping of fuel. According to Uganda Revenue Authority, at least 366 billion Ugandan shillings has been lost between the months of September and December 2022 due to fuel smuggling, as genuine dealers do not realize the business flow. The Congolese delegation that joined Uganda in celebrating 61 years of independence at Vrasau County for Arua district in Uganda, led by Grisim Jerome, the chief of Eru under Aru territory, stressed that due to the inadequate fuel stations in the territory, most of the vehicles on transit tend to divert to round-tripping along the borderlines, something that has negatively impacted on the revenue earnings of both Uganda and Democratic Republic of Congo. Delivering a speech on behalf of the Congolese delegation, Amanio, who is also the political assistant of the Member of Parliament, Aru Territory, explains that a lot of money is lost through smuggling, tax evasion, and this could be stopped by establishing fuel stations in the territory.
So tizugirikwa afu kazo agutia afaraso dedere ma akodenia emedi amani adi tukalubabane adidila mavokongo wabalerle bazindi makapasiti cha petrol station sisuko anzi matilanda de yarele skulu offer yasi afa de.
Whereas the Resident District Commissioner, Arua District Geoffrey Okishwa, reiterates National Resistance Movement NRM government's effort of fostering regional economic growth among East African member states and the spirit of Pan-Africanism.
To Pan-Africanism. And when we see our brothers from Congo in the spirit of Pan-Africanism, we are very pleased to be with you. And we really thank you for that, because like His Excellency said yesterday in the presidential address, that we need, for example, DRC for our market. The DRC needs us for the market of their goods.
But Alfred Okunsi, the district chairperson of Arua District, reveals that being a border district, Arua District leadership has cemented the international relationship with DRC authorities in providing conducive environment for development.
Whoever is not in position to live in diversity in this district will be isolated by God. Whoever is having ill intentions to
apart district will be isolated by God.
Although governments are devising ways in clamping down on tax losses through various forms, the variations in taxes in various East African countries could be one of the major loopholes the business proprietors might be exploiting. According to World Trade Organization, Democratic Republic of Congo charges 16% on imports and transactions within the country and zero charges on exports, while South Sudan charges 15%, whereas Uganda charges the highest in East African community with 18%, which gives a fertile ground for fuel companies to exploit and dodge paying heavy taxes in the country. Frederick Ramadri, West Nile TV, NILE CAST.
In international news, Israel has formally declared war on Hamas, setting a stage for a major military operation in Gaza as fighting continues to rage on Israel's soils. Tanks and personnel carriers could be seen on the move near the Israel-Gaza border on Sunday after Hamas, an Islamic military group, launched an unprecedented and highly coordinated surprise assault this weekend that so far killed over 700 Israelis. Saturday was the deadliest day in decades for Israel and come after months of surging violence between the Palestinians and Israelis, and with long-running conflict now heading into uncharted and dangerous territories. Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister for Israel, made this official declaration. Take a look.
Slaughtering families in their homes, massacring hundreds of young people at an outdoor festival, kidnapping scores of women, children, and elderly, even Holocaust survivors. Hamas terrorists bound, burned, and executed children. They are savages. Hamas is ISIS. And just as the forces of civilizations united to defeat ISIS, the forces of civilization must support Israel in defeating Hamas. I want to thank President Biden for his unequivocal support. I want to thank leaders across the world who are standing with Israel today. I want to thank the people and Congress of the United States of America. In fighting Hamas, Israel is not only fighting for its own people, it is fighting for every country that stands against barbarism. Israel will win this war, and when Israel wins, the entire civilized world wins.
A very good evening, viewers. You are most welcome for today's edition of NILE CAST Sports News. My name is Oracle Benson Pastore. I hope you enjoyed the Independence Day yesterday. And yesterday in West Nile, particularly in Arua City, there was a boxing friendly between Arua City Boxing Club and East Coast Boxing Club. East Coast Boxing Club is actually a team that comes from Kampala City. Both sides are all prepared for the national tournament and also the Intercity Champions Boxing Championship, which will be hosted by Mbale City. Let's have the story. Arua City Boxing Club continues with the preparation ahead of the national tournaments. On Independence Day, Arua City Boxing Club and East Coast Boxing Club from Kampala played out a build-up match at Heritage Courts in Arua City. 4 academy boxers opened the contest with Said Oleru beating Jamil Kongumo, then Sifrati Peru losing to Busra. The other categories are flyweight, 51 kg from the above clubs, bantamweight from the above clubs, lightweight featuring boxers from the above clubs, and lastly heavyweight.
The essence of the friendly, we want to create a partnership, friendship with our fellow boxers from other cities. So we've begun with Arua City, and we have a hope that we shall join other cities and some villages as well.
All along we have been training. East Coast is a big boxing club. We want to see how far we can, we can match up with their standard, so that we also know how far we have gone with our training. And then we're also training our boxers to go for national opens at Kampala, which will be towards the end of November. We'll be taking boxers there, like we have always taken them. And whenever we go there, we've always not disappointed. That's why we have brought East Coast here.
I've never been a head coach, but I've been a coach in East Coast Boxing Club, which is headed by Coach Hassan and Coach Hussein. It is located in Kampala. In this Arua City Boxing Club, I go and give them a helping hand as a coach. I played boxing for some time, for like 5 years, 2008, 2009, 2010, 2012. Then, with age and responsibility, so I had to wear out. So time came, I decided to turn to a coach and give the young ones the skills I have.
My name is Saida Olero from Arua City Boxing Club. I joined boxing because Alu Mayub was a boxer. That is the reason why I joined boxing.
Oraku Benson Pastore, Farsi Majid, West Nile Television, NILE CAST Sports News. With that, we have come to the end of today's edition of NILE CAST Sports News. My name remains Oraku Benson Pastore. More of the NILE CAST Sports News will be coming on your way. That's tomorrow. Tomorrow is Wednesday. We hope to bring for you more in the world of sports.
Sports news and the sports highlight. And with that, that marks the end of the NILE Cast on West Nile Television. Thank you for